How that one was cold, bud. Cold, bud. Cold, bud.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are just inside the final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. Oh, the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
that's good for a Washington.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He dumps this off to Mack, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Cole, what's your record? Do you want me to send you this proof of the man's quitting or what? It was only 13-0, literally. It was like about to be halftime, and he quit after he threw his pick right before halftime. The Grizz will.
The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Alex Anzalone in there to bury him for a loss of 11. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very
lost territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Play leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
2nd and 5. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understand.
What up? What up? What up, brother? Oh, hell yeah. I play Voter, bro. Hell yeah. I'm playing his ass tonight, bro. I think so, yeah. I can go double check real quick.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain.
I'm bumping him out this week. I need this win. This is a big win. Big win. I'm just run Cordell all over Keeg. Keegan hates my running against him. Man's nice, I heard. This management league, this management league I'm in, he led the Jags to the Super Bowl or last season. Terry, you hear me? I said in this management league I'm in, like we just stream and watch, and he led the Jags to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard the receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defender to grab as well.
The only problem, you know, the Colts dude might be. He's 0-11 right now, 0-12. There's like 2 or 3 teams right now that are like 0-11, 0-12.
Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And it's good to make it
I'm finna this week.
that time a 6-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
I play Keegan, and if I pretty much beat him, he's probably out of playoffs, I guarantee, because we'll have the same record. But then I won't be in playoffs because, what's his name? Or I actually might be in playoffs. I might be the 7th seed. Oh, shit. Damn. Anything can happen, really. I just want to try to beat Zinpatch out of that 4th seed.
Game. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. Oh, now Lindsay.
That's a big win for Skillet. The kid I beat, the Packers dude. Dude, that kid was trash, bro, with Joe Burrow. He had 5 picks in the first half, bro. And he was like 3 for like 13 with him. Go trade for him, CPU. Oh yeah, it's past deadline, huh?
Ew, what the fuck?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The towel.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Open man is Bourne. It's another 10.
Keegan's the Saints.
Either you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer, or you try to bait because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down. It's
There's that.
Winston. Fields is going to throw this one. Just a yard, but it's a first down.
Holcomb. A gain of a yard. First down, Houston.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Moore. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Throwing again is Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. They do get
Why you doubt everyone? Anything can happen, G.
throwing on third down. Watson. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last.
Damn, I play Keegan and then him, and then I got a CPU Cowboys, and I play Sin Pouch. Oh.
What exactly?
Yeah, they played it.
It's a buyer's market out there right now.
This will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
We just heard your voice. Can we go and say hi? Can we do that?
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there flying. Anything you're doing, it's one thing to score, garbage time.
Hey guys, Mallory, look here. My brother, Jeff Matt. Hi, you're doing good. No, want me to welcome in? My big brother is afraid. Can you believe it?
All right, come on, beast, move.
What? Who's taking me to? You want to come out and let's talk to them? Dan.
What's her name?
And this is where I hid when I ran away from the captain people. And then my phone DR downstairs in the office. Dad?
Yeah.
The last time I called you, you didn't seem too happy to hear from me.
What are you talking about?
It was that news.
Georgie, you got it all wrong. It wasn't that I didn't want you. I wasn't settled. Now, everything is different, right? I have a good job and a huge condo. Fort Mac is amazing. Sorry to interrupt. There's ready.
I know what I can.
He's got me a fancy riding stuff. I guess Lou and Jeff? Well, I'll pay him back.
For their offense, and that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter as a good running back down.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Lindsey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson, and it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
And incomplete. It's third down and goal.
From the gun, here's Watson. He'll find Lindsey here. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
Sets up the fourth down. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mack. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up second.
Now a carry from Mack, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the
Now Mack.
line.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
At the 34-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Alex Anzalone picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ross Blacklock He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. It's caught left side by Cooks.
Going the forward pass. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And just shutting him off there. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Dumps this one off to Mack. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down now, it's Mack. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Riley Ridley, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10. at their own 22.
Houston set to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
The ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, Watson. It's wearing the tight end with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
What's good, Kazo? What's good, Kazo? Damn, bruh.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kahale Waring there to make the grab. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. From the gun, Watson, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
A 7-yard pick.
2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The tackle
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Alex Anzalone able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to go down again. Markel Lee providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt.
No, nigga, beat him.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
And what if it clinches me in though?
With a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Don't talk about me, Terry. I don't care what you got to say about me, G.
And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation.
I just want to be in the playoffs for the hell of it, homeboy. I don't care if I get beat 60-0 first round.
It's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Texans first.
Here's Watson. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Give the first man through Gillespie of the fullback. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. It's a gain of 3 and it gets him the 1st.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jonathan Allen breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete. Chris Harris on the coverage.
Third and long. It's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Houston. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. But just like you said, they got the lead, don't do anything silly, run the football, and that's what they did.
They would have liked to have created a little more room for their punter, but he'll take what they gave him, and he'll go out there now and try and get the ball off and help his defense.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1-yard gain brings up
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9. Watson, quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6.
Dude, me and Trey could have the same record after this week.
Watson, and taking it across midfield. And
Shokar, yeah, that'd be key.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partners, and watch them drive for what would be a
Oh, I'm beating his ass, G.
And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep
Bro, trust me, I will.
for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
I mean, if I can beat him 28-14 in regs, I can beat him in this fantasy.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
What the fuck did you just say?
Now a first down throw. Watson. Open man is born. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Isaiah Coulter there to make the grab. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
To Terry McLaurin. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Out right to Bourne. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
The keeper. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Check. Watch right. Do your job. Hey, Mike 20.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the
Back to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Makes the score Texans 18, Washington 17.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Off of play action, it's Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
That's going to be caught by Coulter. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he'll find Lindsey here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Lindsey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On the counter, Lindsey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Now Washington down 18-17, and time, a huge factor. A field goal would be a game winner as they come up on 1st down. To throw now in his own end zone. He dumps this off to Mack, and he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Dumps this one off to Mack. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.